here's a live look outside of downtown this morning, and we've got a little bit of first light here, even at 5:46 this morning. Again, a telltale sign that spring is already here, but maybe not this week. I think it's going to take a little bit of a break. Winter's going to come back for at least another week here and provide several chances for some accumulating snowfall here for the region. But right now, temperatures, it's dry outside right now. We're sitting into the 20s and 30s here across most of the region. Coldest generally towards the lake. We had a little bit of a lake breeze since yesterday. Kept us a little bit cooler. Thus, we're cooler by the lake here this morning. It'll be a very similar story for today, as highs range from the 30s and 40s across much of the region. 60s will be possible well to the south into Hinckley, Siren, maybe up into Hayward as well. Although I'm expecting a little bit more cloud cover to filter in, especially during the afternoon hours ahead of our next system. I expect to bring some light snow and ice here for tonight. So tracking it for the rest of today, there could be a couple of mixed rain snow showers here, either along the 2 Corps, just up to the north along the Iron Range, maybe across the borderlands, but that should move off towards the north, leaving behind just some cloudy skies, or mostly cloudy skies for the evening hours, remaining dry for most areas into the 30s and 40s here by around dinner time. Now, heading through tomorrow morning, that's when we're expecting the bulk of maybe some snow and ice to fall across the region. Most of it will be falling along the north here of US 2, with the snow mainly situated across the Iron Range that points to the north, across the borderlands, as well as the Arrowhead into Grand Marais. I think the better icing potential will be along and south of US 2, maybe bordering into Douglas, Bayfield, Ashland, Iron, and Gogebic counties, and also points to the west along the 2 Corridor. So that's kind of the snow and ice where it's going to fall or end up here. Then heading through the afternoon hours tomorrow, just a couple wraparound snow and rain showers, and then that's pretty much it. Not expecting accumulation from that. So from the overnight period here, heading in through Tuesday morning, the better chance for up to a glaze of ice, or maybe even up to a 1/10 of an inch of ice, will be along the 2 Corridor, and then the better snow accumulations will be across the borderlands, maybe up to 1 to 3 inches. Better chances for 3 inches will be along the higher elevations into Cook County. Areas down to the south likely to either be rain or completely dry here for tonight. So most of the impact's going to be limited into the northern half of Northland. Now we talk about the rest of the week here in the multiple systems. Well, here's system number 1. It's going to be a Colorado low, which means it's going to draw in some moisture from the Gulf. It's going to track down to the south, which likely puts us into the snow range here heading into Thursday. So Thursday, I'm really keying on there to be some snow across the region. So that's system 1. System 2 begins to develop also into Colorado. It's going to be perhaps a little bit more potent. Not quite sure yet, but it looks like as of right now, we're likely to be more so on the northwestern side of the system, which would again allow us for us to be in some snow or winter mix. However, the possible outcomes of this, the center of the low could be way up into Canada or way down to the south. It could even be rain here heading to Saturday. So this is what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking at least Thursday we have a good shot of some snow, 60% chance, 40% here for Saturday. I think there's a signal for a storm on Saturday. Don't quite know for sure what that's going to end up being. On Thursday, we have a better chance at some significant snow, 6 inches or plus is on the table, but I can't quite give you an exact number just yet. So be sure to stay tuned for updates. Otherwise, winter continues here for the rest of this week with highs into the 30s here in the Twin Ports.